hello. I'm sitting in the car waiting for someone, and although my phone says I have a signal, I do not have a signal. And I was going to be vegging out with some comfort viewing of some kind. I don't know what. I was trying to search stuff on Amazon Prime, and it wouldn't work, and then I tried YouTube and it wouldn't work, and then I tried a podcast. I was going to listen to a podcast and it won't flipping work either. It's so frustrating, and it's enough to make my head explode. I'm not in a great frame of mind, really, one way or another, and I was about to, I think at the end of my last video, which I think I recorded 2 weeks ago, maybe, I'm not sure. I was about to update you with everything that's going on. Update you, my massive selection of viewers. But you know, it's a video journal, isn't it? It's kind of I originally started it thinking it would be what's the word? Accountability for raw fooding, and to a certain extent it kind of has been, although, as you know, the void that I'm speaking to, as you know, I tend to just disappear off here when I'm not eating properly, and quite often don't come back on when I am eating properly. I was going to do air quotes, but I don't want to air quote. Everything is annoying me today. I'm in a really, really bad mood, and you know, I have my reasons. I feel today like I'm kind of towards the end of my tether with one thing and another. But I thought, what do I do with my time while I'm waiting if I can't veg out and watch stuff? And I have eaten some stuff. I had started sort of quite relaxedly eating raw food. I'm not even attempting 100% right now. I'd like to be eating a little better than I suddenly am. I found myself buying a takeaway meal last night, and today I've had a couple of bits of what did I have? A bhaji and a samosa for my lunch. But yeah, let's start with a massive ramble and then continue. Anyway, so the last video that I recorded, I think I was maybe in a similar spot to what I am right now, and in that I was starting to eat better again. I tend to binge. It's the way my psyche knows how to just let go and decompress. I'll binge all sorts though. I've been known to binge on certain mind-altering substances, and to a degree food is the same. Anyway, what is going on in my life? It's not really in my life, it's in a very good friend's life, and end of life. She was diagnosed with a brain tumour in October. And she decided not to have surgery because the end result would be the same. She would have maybe prolonged her life by a few years. And but to what end and with what results? Because the surgery itself could have affected her cognitive ability and losing cognition is one of her biggest fears. It's her biggest fear, really. She's 80, and I've known her for 11 years, and she's the person whose dog I've walked on a sort of fairly regular basis, on and off, maybe for the last 6 years. Anyway, so I don't want to release a weeping video, so I'm trying not to cry, so because I won't update it, I won't upload it if I do actually start doing the uglies. But anyway, so she was diagnosed back in October. She decided not to have treatment. She was having seizures, and that was the first sign that there was anything wrong. And anyway, at that point I went from walking her dog once a day, or once a day most days, to walking him 3 times a day, because she insisted that he needed to be walked 3 times a day and that she couldn't do it. And she kind of always intended to have him put down when she died. That was in her will. And so she was saying that she would have to have him put down, but then she would have, lost the will to live at that point. So basically I took on walking him 3 times a day, and in those 3 times checking in on her, and she's gradually, her health has gone downhill steadily over the last 4 or 5 months, to the point where she decided that she was going to have the dog, my little friend Benson, put down. And she was absolutely determined that there was no other way, and so that's what she did. 3 weeks ago now. 3 weeks ago now. Maybe it's just 2.5. So, and I knew when I've known for a long time that's what she intended to do, and I thought that I had managed to persuade her that we would somehow take him on when she died, despite our cats. I mean, he's a poodle, so he loves to chase cats. Loved, because he is no more. Anyway, so and after that she was attempting to get a place in a palliative care unit, and that was why she had him put down, was because she felt that she was taking him out for a morning wee into the garden, or letting him out into the garden, and then letting him out for a bedtime wee, and the rest of the day I was walking him. But she had got to the point where she couldn't do the morning and evening thing, and despite my saying that I would do it, she she went ahead and had him put down anyway. My little guy. Anyway, it took her a week to get them to take her seriously, and she's now in a palliative care unit. She couldn't look after him, and she couldn't look after herself either. Just getting around. She can walk still, but she'd lost the will to make herself food, and she wouldn't let me come and get food ready for her, and I now have to go because the person I'm lifting is now done. Anyway, that's basically the update. She's in a palliative care unit, and instead of 3 times a day, I'm visiting her once a day. And that's my life right now. It's no wonder I'm struggling, huh?